Hey folks, everything new under the sun. Have a short one for you, but this is an article which seems to fulfill or provide the the idea that this will be fulfilled very shortly. These two prophecies. This one is from BreakingIsraelNews.com. I lied. It's from JewsNews.co.il. It's about the kings of the East and the 200 million man standing army. Prophecy in motion. Thousands of Chinese elite troops head to Syria to combat Muslim terrorists they view as a threat. Now, prophecy number one is that the whole world will hate Israel, and the whole world will be gathered in the Middle East to battle Israel and to participate in the great battles, the great prophetic battles that are coming upon us. And now we see China is actively sending troops to Syria. Syria seems to be the staging ground for the world's troops. Many of the country's troops are there. The U.S., Russia, Turkey, Iran, Lebanon, China, obviously. Did I say China already? All these countries are there in Syria, which seems to be, like I say, a staging ground for the countries that are going to go to battle against Israel. The latest Debka Weekly, out Friday, December 1st, reveals Beijing is deploying to Syria thousands of members of two elite People Liberation Army units to combat extremist Islamic Uyghur fighting in northern Syria province of Idlib. Now, these are all excuses for just getting troops in there to control, I guess, what they feel is some geopolitical power in Syria that they would like. Are they simply sending troops in because they're cooperating with Russia and Bashar Assad against the terrorists? They always have more plans than what meets the eye in doing these moves. It's very strategic, I'm sure, by China. And I'm not sure why China doesn't like Israel. Maybe just in the end days, they all go together because they have nothing better to do, and they all go together against Israel. It doesn't make sense to me that every country, that the whole world hates Israel. For what reason? But I guess the confusion is brought over them, and everybody in every country in the whole world will hate Israel for some reason. Beijing accuses Turkey's MIT intelligence of backing the Chinese Islamist separatists. So apparently they're doing something which serves their interests there with their troops. So the first thing is that the whole world is going to hate Israel. The second thing is that the Bible speaks of 200 million men on horses that are going to come. And that comes out of Revelation 9. So this is an article from, let's see, it is thecuttingedge.org. I'm not sure who wrote it, but it speaks to the Revelation 9 prophecy right in the center there. And the sixth angel sounded. This is from Revelation 9:13-16. And I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before God, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year. Now that certainly sounds like maybe the rapture event, which happens at a day and an hour that we don't know. Interesting terminology there. For to slay the third part of men, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them, that is 200 million men on horseback. And so 200 million men have to come from somewhere. Russia can't provide that themselves. China could provide a standing army right now of men on horseback because they have something like 2 billion people in China. And they're going to march across the Euphrates, and there's going to be a huge number of them, 200 million men. And so thousands of troops coming from China into Syria. To me, that sounds like a landing force. To me, that sounds like a force that kind of gets the groundwork ready to allow even more Chinese soldiers in. And I think Revelation 9 can be seen as being partially fulfilled here, or starting to be fulfilled here, as China gets directly hands dirty into the fray in Syria. This is a significant thing, and this is a big battle that occurs, and we're starting to see troop movements for this. Those troops aren't moving out. Russia came in. We thought maybe after they were done their battle against terrorists, they would move out. Now we know they're pretty much there, steady, and they would be increasing forces. We also know Iran is there and building bases on the Golan in Syria. We know these countries aren't leaving. They're just increasing their number of troops in the region. And like I say, that is significant prophetically. So Revelation chapter 9 is being fulfilled. And the prophecy about the whole world hating Israel, Israel will be a burdensome stone, that is also being fulfilled and confirmed by these troop movements. Because ultimately we know prophetically that the troops that are in Syria are going to be used against Israel and will attack Israel and may be part of the Gog-Magog war, Ezekiel 38, where there's a hook in the jaw, hooks in the jaw, plural, put into the kings of the north, whether that be Russia, Turkey, a combination of countries, possibly even China, and they come down to take spoil from Israel. So significant things we're seeing Bible prophecy fulfilled right before our eyes. We are living in biblical times. If you didn't think your life was exciting, you should realize that you are living right inside Bible prophecy. We can see it coming to pass as we speak.